welcome back, guys. The preseason has been and gone. The summer transfer window has been and gone. We're now 5 games into the season. So before we get into all the new faces that are around the place, let's just have a quick look at what we've got up to in our preseason and the first 5 games of the season. And just a quick scan looking at here. Obviously, preseason pretty much wins all the way through, which obviously did well for the confidence, which was great. And then even then, we went and won the Community Shield and absolutely battered Liverpool, which again was great. But then instantly, as soon as the league started, we had a 1-1 draw against Tottenham and we were dreadful. I mean, I don't know if it was showing me the stats. As you can see there, they had 18 shots, all the possession, all the shots. We literally nicked a draw at the end of the game there. And I thought, yeah. Just look at the rating as well. We were absolutely dreadful throughout the entire game. But I thought, it is Tottenham. It can be a tough game. Let's go and smash Fulham. And well, I mean, again, dreadful. No energy, sloppy passes all over the place. And it instantly had me worried that oh my God, I've ruined the team. I've ruined the team. The transfers I've made have absolutely ruined the team. We did. Then we sort of go a bit gun-ho against Leeds again. Obviously, we did concede after 3 minutes. Again, had me worrying, but we came back and responded well. Conceding 3 goals is still a worry there. We then undeservedly, should I say, only drew with Liverpool again. We've done really, really well against them. Far the better team. Struggled to score, but with the better team. And as you can see there, 90th minute, they did go and score an equaliser there. And then we did go, just before the game we're going to play today, we did go and absolutely hammer Everton there. And just for you Liverpool fans that are watching this video, you might want to look away now, because what can only be considered as what I would consider a Liverpool legend is now an Everton player. Yeah, that's right. I did notice it crop up. Roberto Firmino has gone and signed for Everton. So, yeah. I mean, he had fantastic time. I don't think you can see that. If you can see over here, he had a fantastic time in Saudi for 1 year, 34 games, 20 goals. So, did well for himself. But he's now back in the Premier League, but just at your local rivals instead. And where does that leave us going into the first Champions League group game? Because all the system changes in the second season, doesn't it? In like a big table, that leaves us 4 points off the top. Obviously, we haven't lost any yet, but obviously we have only managed to win 2. 4 points off to go after 5 games. But as I said, there is new faces around the place. A couple of big sales in the club as well. As much about wages and age than it was actually about them leaving. First off, leaving the club was Rafael Varane, and I don't think that was too much of a surprise. I kept asking about a new contract. He wasn't interested. Al Hilal came in, and I asked about contract again. He was interested, which I thought was fine, but then was wanting upwards of something like £800,000 to £900,000 a week to stay, which obviously I was never going to pay. I got him down to 600,000, and that was the lowest he was willing to go. So, being 30-odd-year-old, getting the best part of 56 million for him, we even made money on him. It felt like a good deal to go and then bring in some replacements there. The other big signing, again, both these guys won £300,000+ a week, so that was important to get rid of, was Casemiro. This was another one where I did kind of put him out there, £45 million. I felt like at his age, he was going to be playing less and less. Obviously, he was running his contract down a little bit. Although if he had a couple of years left, he was running his contract down a little bit. And those stats make it look like it's a bad decision. But I brought in a good replacement. But if you guys remember, the plan of this rebuild is to have this club sustained at an elite level for a long time. So players like Casemiro, realistically, were never part of the long-term plan. We did go and then ship Jørgen Strand Larsen in off for about £30-odd million there. So, yeah, we could probably say we made a bit of a loss there. Well, didn't make much money off him, but let's be honest, out of all the summer signs I made last year, that was probably one of the worst ones. So I was quite happy to let him go for that price. We did end up setting Tyrell Malacia go. I didn't really want to. I kind of wanted him involved in the squad, but I think he was obviously injured last season. He came back this season and was like instantly injured. And I just thought I need someone who can be a bit more reliable, actually being fit enough to play. So we got around £16.5 million for him. So not a bad deal. Well, I mean, what did we pay for him? Yeah, again, made a little bit of cash. Off we went. So we had a decent budget to go and bring in all the players that we were looking at. Obviously, we had Thomas Muller coming in as well. That was already arranged from last season. Again, not too sure the thinking behind that, but yeah, he's here for a season. Well, he's here for a couple of seasons, but probably just one season. Just to come off the bench, and he can play in a couple of these positions. Usually, he's coming off the bench around here. He's not a starter, but great stats for an impact sub. Then, first of all, we came to the Rafael Varane replacement. Bearing in mind, we sold Varane for about 50 odd million. We then went and brought this guy in for around the same price. His stats, I did compare them, looking very, very similar. But the difference is he's 11 years younger. So, as I said, half the wage as well. 11 years younger. But ball playing defender, really good stats, which means he can be here for a long time. And he could be the future of this football club. Then we did go and spend some big money on this guy from Real Madrid, Tchouaméni. He was brought in to replace Casemiro again, as explained, just with the centre-back there. This guy, similar stats to Casemiro, but a lot younger. Again, this guy could be here for years to come. Yes, he's probably on a similar wage, but obviously he was coming from Real Madrid. They had to be conceding anyway. But he brought him in, and like I said, it was about 90. It's going to cost us about 109 million overall, which is, I guess, is not too bad. But then don't forget, we kind of did make half that money back from the sale of Casemiro there. So he was brought in to be the future of the midfield there. We then went and brought in this guy, Karim Konate. A lot of you may have heard of him. He has come from Salzburg. I personally haven't. I did stumble across him in a scouting report. And the thing that piqued my interest the most is, bearing in mind, we went and sold Jorg Strand Larsen for about £30 million. I brought this guy in, and look at these stats already for a 20-year-old. Finishing, first touch, off the ball, pace, acceleration, his even determination, his composure. But that isn't even the biggest thing. That wasn't the biggest thing. The biggest reason why I brought him in is because he cost me £17 million. It cost me half the amount it cost of selling Jorgen Strand Larsen than it is to bring this guy in, who, quite frankly, stats in comparison is just scary. So I thought it was a no-brainer. He could come in and compete with Højlund for that striker position. Then we did bring in the Malacia replacement. Again, I wanted to bring in a young player who could be the future alongside Shaw or behind Shaw. Who the more he develops, the more he plays, the better he becomes. I'll be bringing Destiny Udogie from Tottenham Hotspurs there. Again, about £23 million, kind of a little bit more than what I sold Malagia for. So overall, a solid signing for the future, but already his valuation has tripled there. But again, as I said, future of this football club. We then went and splashed some very, very big cash on this guy as well. And I know he's 28-year-old, and I've just gone on and on about the future of the football club, but doesn't mean we can't have world-class players right now to help us compete right now, and obviously help those youngsters going forward. I wanted to really freshen up that midfield there. Obviously, Amarat went back to I can't remember where he went back to be honest, but he went back. Casemiro was gone. So this guy, as I was looking for, a central midfielder on support, and he just looks perfect for that role. Because I like Mount, but that central midfielder role isn't his. It isn't his. He doesn't prefer it. So he is starting there, but he can play there. I can play further forward. So I brought this guy in to really, really change the midfield, bringing a lot more energy and legs in the midfield for the future. But also, when you're looking at squad depth, and you've got players like the guy from Real Madrid, you've got this guy, and you've got Mount as well, just in that midfield three, all fighting it out, plus other players as well. This guy did cost me a hefty, I think it was close to £83 million. So I reckon, and I'm pretty sure that's Napoli, have had absolutely field day selling him for about 50 million more. But We are Man United. We do need some world-class players. I did get quite a bit of praise from the board as well for bringing in world-class players to help with shirt sales, because, you know, that's Man United's priority. And then just a notable mention here, I did bring in Etienne Green. No particular reason why I brought this guy in. Basically, I have 2 senior goalkeepers. Already at the beginning of the season, both of them were injured. And I had no third choice. Tom Heaton has gone to Juventus of all clubs. So I think I spent about 2 million, 2.5 million, 2.1 million bringing this guy in. He probably, ideally, will never play. But for a third choice, worst case scenario, it was better to have the depth there. So where that does leave us, going into the game at home against Barcelona that we're going to play through today. Obviously, this is a squad as it is now. Obviously, you've got Onana, the ever-staying goal. We've still got Martinez and Delors. We have got Wan-Bissaka as well. He is injured. Shaw on the left with Udogie there. You've got Diomande and you've got Tar, who we brought in last season. We do also have Harry Maguire, who is outright refusing to talk to me now because he wanted to go on loan. I wanted to sell him. Nobody wanted to buy him. So he's sulking and apparently doesn't want to talk to me. So he'll only be playing worst case scenario there. We have got our new man from Real Madrid sitting in that position where Casemiro was. Mount is starting, but also we do have the cover still. We've got McTominay, another player we couldn't replace there. And obviously our new man from Napoli as well. And as I am looking at the future of this football club, I did bring, when Hannibal came back, I did decide to leave him in the squad with us, so he'll be getting some game time as well, again, to hopefully develop and be an ever-stay in this team. Going further forward, you have the likes of Fernandes, you have Christian Eriksen in there, and obviously Thomas Muller. You also have Mino, who's, again, another one I tried to loan out, but no one just seemed to... I really didn't want this to be happening about his development. I really wanted him to go out on loan because he's looking like he's going to be an absolute world beater here. So hopefully I might have to drop him back down into the under-21s there so he can at least be playing. Rashford on the left with Garnacho as well as Palestri in the squad. Sancho on the right. We have still got Anthony in the squad. I've kind of given up trying to sell him. I've kind of sort of had to go, okay, let's see if we can get him involved. Let's see if we can play him, because nobody wants to buy him and nobody's willing to pay the ridiculous wages that he's getting paid. So I guess I'm just going to have to make it work. We do also have Højlund up front with Kanate ready to fight for that position there. We do have this guy coming in. I have left him out on loan at Argentina. He will be joining us in January. And there is one more to mention. We are going to be bringing this guy in for about £4.5 million. He is only 17-year-old, but look at those stats for a 17-year-old. Going to be playing in the midfield there, probably got on loan. But when I saw him coming across for about £4 million, again, thinking about the future of this football club and having all these world-class players, because when we finish this rebuild, this team will be built for longevity and success. And players like this is how we're going to do it. So now we're all caught up of where the situation is after the end of last episode, where we did go and do that very, very, very surprising double there. We did go do pre-season. We did have summer. We have freshened up this team with some younger players and brought some youngsters back in with the likes of Hannibal and the likes of Barco joining us soon. So we are freshening this squad up. We are full of energy. I did worry for the beginning of the season, but now we seem to pick up. So let's get into the first game recorded on this season 2 of our rebuild. This is the team we're looking at. Obviously, new faces of Diomande and Chikamega in the starting 11. So realistically, I haven't changed much for the starting 11, but the depth is now much younger, much healthier. Let's just get in and hopefully we get a victory to go with the other victories on the last episode. Welcome to Champions League football night at home against Barcelona. We've got straight into the game here. I'm not too sure if we're fancied or favoured or not in this game. I mean, we are at home. We have to take the initiative. I'd like to think we've got a decent chance considering their team doesn't exactly strike world-class players. And I'd like to think ours does now, with the likes of Højlund and Sancho, and I'm just going to say Tchouaméni. But we thought we had a chance there. Delors coming in on the right-hand side. Can we do anything from the cross? Can we take? No. Here was another one, Delors, who wanted to leave, but he was happy to stay considering nobody was offering anything knew his valuation, so he was quite happy to stay. And I kind of wanted him to anyway. He was only ever going to be replaced if a worthy offer came in there. He has got the ball here. Mount to Sancho, Broyle out to Shaw. Can Shaw do anything with it? Nah. We've had a positive start, good few highlights. Liverpool raising to a 2-0 lead there against Inter Milan. Another highlight here. I think Barcelona have nicked the ball. Hopefully we can recover the ball back there. Mount coming back and pass it to Onana. Can we take it forward? Or we just... There's that sloppy passing that was going on there. Mount has collected the ball. It's a pretty long highlight this. I'm hoping it ends well for us. Sancho going and taking a needless shot from outside the box. He was never going to do anything with that. Well, it has been a minute since we've had some highlights here. I think this is the first one in a short while. Looks like it's going to be for Barcelona, although Højlund has nicked the ball there. Can we do anything good with it? Can we? Fantastic there. Jadon Sancho already with his second or third goal of the season. We've swapped him out as a winger to an inverted winger, just to freshen the tactic up a little bit there. And obviously coming inside there, he has then got a little bit closer to goal and managed to smash it in the back of the net there. I must say, it's a well-deserved. I'm really not too sure what Shaw was thinking there. Can Højlund take advantage of it? Ooh. He had to do better than they had. He had a lot more space there. But nevertheless, we have managed to get a corner from that throw-in. And also, a new signing of ours, the Varane replacement. It's almost like Varane never existed. I think this is this guy's second goal of the season as well. Another fantastic header for the big man. Oh, couldn't manage to keep a clean sheet as well. They have responded pretty much straight there with an injured Gavi. That was too easy for them. They have just passed away straight through us. Look at that gap he had there. Nobody picking him up. Straight into the back of the net. What are we thinking, guys? We have got another highlight here. Looks like it is a Barcelona highlight. Although, as I'm speaking, we have nicked the ball there. Can we do anything with it? Like I said, we've been very, very sloppy with all passes lately. So I won't be surprised if we go and mess that up. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? I don't know what's happened with this team. I feel like it's probably my own fault. I've brought new midfielders in to improve the midfield, and quite frankly, our passing is just terrible. Nevertheless, we go into the second half with a 2-1 lead there. Realistically, I'd like us to get one more goal, and straight from the kickoff, Deloy's down the right-hand side, and he has managed to win us a corner there. Who's taking that corner? Luke Shaw with a corner. Can the big man get another header in or not? How have we not scored there? How have we not scored? Mount's doing very, very well in there. Oh, Sancho scored. Is it offside? Is it offside? I thought I'd seen like a flicker from the linesman there. No, it's not offside, but... Was he offside? Great recovery from Mount there. It was definitely tight. But Jadon Sancho there to score another goal in the Champions League for us. Realistically, maybe I should have put him back to inverted wing back. Maybe I should have took him to inverted winger earlier on, although he did score 14 goals for us last season, so what do I know? Realistically, we just need to not be doing anything sloppy or stupid at the end of the game there. Oh, I mean... I've got no words for that. That was on a plate. It would have took an unbelievable save to stop that going in, and somehow Rashford has completely missed the target. Looks like another highlight here for Onana, giving me one of those nervous moments again. I didn't really ever look to replace him in the summer. I think he'd earned the right. I mean, he got the third amount of clean sheets last season, and yeah, he had some silly moments. It did cost us big time in the Champions League, but I feel like he's going to develop and play better. Kind of just need him to calm down running out all the time. I've also made a succession of changes there, bringing on Muller, the guy from Napoli. I'm just going to call him that. Anguissa. Bringing on Anguissa, Muller and Garnacho, along with Kanate there. hopefully that fresh energy can help see us out, can help see the game out there. Sancho again, could he get a... Ooh, that was nearly a hat-trick for him there. He's been on absolute fire today. Barcelona here with a highlight. Please not... I said, please don't let it be an awkward end to the game here. Shaw gets injured a lot as well, so I'm kind of expecting Udogie will be playing more and more as we go on through the season. Shaw, obviously, he's fantastic in that position, even contributes with goals and assists, but there is a lot of injuries there as well for some reason. Well, there we are, guys. Maybe I just underestimate this Manchester United team because we have got a very deserved, but to me personally, surprising victory over Barcelona in the first game of our group stage there. And because of this absolutely chaotic group stage, obviously we do just have to finish inside the top 8 there to automatically qualify for the knockout stages, I'm pretty sure, and then this slot go into a knockout stage for the knockout stage, something like that. It's complicated. I much prefer the old way. I don't understand why we're doing it this way, but nevertheless, it seems like we do play a small group of teams. I am still in figuring this out for myself. It looks like the group we're playing is Barcelona, Dortmund, Slovan Bratislava, I don't know. AC Milan, Real Madrid, Salzburg, PSG, and Feyenoord. And that takes us all the way till the end of January there. So they're the teams we're playing. Certainly not an easy group stage at all for ourselves. But there we have it, guys. We are all caught up with the summer spend. We have got a fancy, new, shiny, younger squad. And the wages have been reduced a little bit. Obviously, I want to get this team in a healthier position in more than one way. We do find ourselves 4th in the league, 4 points off top. Absolutely deserved win over Barcelona. As I said, some nice new shiny players there. Now we're all caught up. It's time for me to go and play quite a few more games. Get us further into the season. Play a few more of those Champions League games. Hopefully, we can get more further than we did last season. But guys, if you have enjoyed this catch-up of episode 1, don't know why I'm doing that, of episode 1 of season 2, then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below about my transfer window. Any golden gems I missed out on. What you think about the sales of Casemiro and Varane. Was it bad? Was it good? Let me know what you guys are thinking. And as I say, always any support is appreciated. And remember, guys, I'll see you in the next one.